Purina. It's a name that says quality you can count on. And quality that comes to life on 1,200 acres where we feed animals every day the same way you do. Where ingredients that don't measure up don't make the cut. And each formula is checked for excellence again and again and again. Look for the checkerboard on the Purina bag. It's the only check you need. Visit our farm at purinamills.com.
You're listening to Better Horses Radio. And now back to your host, Ernie Rodina.
Hey, welcome back to the Better Horses Radio Show worldwide. I'm Ernie Rodina and having an unbelievable time talking to you about horses. What a fun time talking horses, getting ready to go out here in a little bit and ride. And I guarantee you this guy I've got on next, he's been riding who knows how long since until now. So today, but great to have him on. He's brought to us by our sponsor, Purina Animal Nutrition. I tell you what, so proud to be hooked up with them. Go to purinamills.com, plug in your zip code, and find the closest certified expert dealer closest to you. And these are the dealers, folks, that take it to another level. These are the ones that give that special service, that sponsor your shows, sponsor your programs. And these are the ones I worked with for 35 and a half years. So glad to be hooked up with them. I'll tell you the thing I tell you about Purina. They're the only company that will feed it to their horse before they ever ask you to feed it to yours. The research is second to none. You know, I'm talking about the guy I got on now. I'm so excited to have him on the show. And one word you can describe this guy, solid. This guy is solid when you look at it as far as a horse trainer, one of the best, if not the best. Just and a great man, and I'll tell you what, and just a great ambassador. And we're talking about Matt Gaines with the NCHA, tremendous trainer. Matt, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Great to have you on the show today, and so proud to have you on here. And congratulations on what a successful career you're having.
Well, thank you. I've been very blessed.
Well, I know you're busy riding today and appreciate you taking time to come up with, but I wanted to talk about a horse you just, you got so many special horses you've had, but let's talk about a horse. How about Special New Baby?
Well, she's one of a kind animal. There's no doubt. I mean, she's, like you said, I've been blessed to have several great horses in my career, but she's my favorite, just, for many reasons. Just her personality. She loves people. She's a winner. She's no different than a great human athlete. She has the amazing physical ability. She's so smart, but the thing that makes her who she is she just has an incredible heart. She loves what she does. It's important to her. She doesn't like getting beat, and she gives her all every trip to make sure that doesn't happen. And you just don't run across that very often in horses or people. And that's what makes them so special.
And she's the 2015 Mercuria NCHA World Series champion. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And you retired her now?
Yes, she's retired. She's just raising babies, and actually, the horse I made the futurity finals on this year was as smooth as a cat out of Special New Baby. So,
wow.
So she's already raising babies, and looks like she's going to raise some really good ones. So we're excited about that. I'm excited to have those and get to train those in the future, and hopefully she'll produce one that'll end up a lot like her.
I was trying to figure, just a great horse. And then looking down the line, I mean, another great one that's been a part of yours. How about One Time Pepto?
Yeah, another special horse. That horse was, all those great horses like that. They share, they share a lot of the same attributes. Just like him, he's a great athlete. That horse, though, it took him. It's funny training these animals, how they develop, and and stuff. And it took that horse till, I'd say, midway through his 4-year-old year before he really reached his full potential physically. You know, there were just some things he had to figure out and grow into that, you know, it just took time. And we were patient with him, and, you know, and knew he was going to end up being that kind of individual if we just let him develop. And we did, and he ended up being a special animal. You know, that horse, we retired him. I showed him twice, 2 events his 5-year-old year, and won both of them. And they retired him. He still won 300-something thousand. If he'd have showed his last 2 years in the age events, there's no telling what that horse could have won. He was a very, very good horse.
Well, it's got to be so rewarding to you to see these horses, what you're doing with them. And, you know, I sit there thinking, and Matt, there's a lot of good trainers out there. But I look at you as, I mean, you're like in my eyes, you're like the Michael Jordan of the cutting horse trainers. I mean, you've done a super job. And you know, you had a big turnaround in 2001 is what it, according to what I was researching, really turned things upward with you, winning the Derby at the Super Stakes. But what's your secret to these trainers out there? What's your secret in your success? Because help me out on here, because I was trying to find it. Aren't you at about $8 million? Or are you at $9 million?
Yeah, 7.5, somewhere around 7.5, around there.
That's
you know, Ernie. There's no secret to this. It's hard work. It's you know what? It's the desire, the drive to, you know, to want to excel, and putting in the work, you know, to get there. And, you know, the thing about this business is that never changes. You know, you can win $10 million but you can't rest on that. You know, I mean, there's guys every day that are out there working harder than you that want to beat you, and, you know, and you just gotta, you know, you gotta stay on your game. And I think maybe that's one of the hardest things about this is that, you know, you can never rest. You know, if you want to be on top and you want to excel, then, you know, you have to keep pushing and work the horses. You know, we do something with our horses at least 6 days a week and make sure they get out and get exercise and get worked. And, you know, and you just have to put the work in. Horses learn through repetition. And, you know, so you just, you know, you go out there and you show them every day and develop them, and, you know, until they get to where they can win. And it's the same thing, you know, it's the same thing with the rider too. You know, you gotta develop your skills and your timing, and you know, and a lot of it's mental. When you get in the show pen, you've got to learn how to handle the pressure. You know, we show horses for people that invest. They have a lot of money invested in them, and, you know, and they put them in our hands to, you know, expect us to go win on these horses and win money on them. And, you know, so there's a lot of pressure in it, and getting the job done, getting the horse trained, getting them shown, and winning, and, you know, and taking care of them. I mean, it's you know, it takes a full program. You know, you can't. It's more than just training. It's more than just showing. You have to pay attention to your horses. You have to make sure they feel good. You have to make sure they're in good shape. You know, and you need to make sure they're physically sound to do their job. So, I mean, it just takes a lot. It takes a full group of people all pulling in the same direction, and, you know, with a common goal in mind. And, you know, even down to your Purina is a sponsor of mine, and, you know, even down to your feeding program. You know, I mean, it's all got to be the best if you want to excel.
Tell us a little bit about your feeding program. And I know Purina is really proud to have you on their team, or for them to be on your team. And like you said, you hit the nail on the head. It's a total mix of so many things. Tell us a little bit about your feeding program.
Well, I've been with Purina now, gosh, I'm going to age myself a little bit, but 25 years.
Wow.
And you know, and they're just, it's like you said a while ago in your intro. You know, I mean, the research behind their feed is second to none, and you know, and that's what's so good. We primarily feed Ultium and alfalfa. We feed alfalfa hay cubes. It's actually a mix of alfalfa and oat mixed, and then the Ultium, and you know, but it's the great thing about Purina is I've through the years I've fed, you know, I've used to feed Strategy and different Purina products, and you know, but the great thing about them is they're constantly checking in on you. You know, how's this working for you? Do we need to do something different? Let's test some horses out on some different stuff, and just, you know, they just do a great job of helping us make sure that our animals are getting everything they need, and that's what I like about them the best. You know, they're always there for you. They're always on your side, and you know, trying to make sure the horses are getting everything they need so they can perform at their best.
Well, I tell you what, I know they're proud, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. And you know, I know you got to get back to riding, but I'm gonna just ask you. I'm gonna put you on the spot because you are a driven horse trainer, a great man, great trainer. But I'm gonna ask you a question, and you might not. Is many folks don't know that Matt Gaines enjoys blank for a hobby or whatever.
Oh gosh, what I enjoy for a hobby?
Yeah, what do you do when you're not riding horses?
Well, you know, it's funny. Over the years, it's been different things. I enjoy golf, and I think the reason I enjoy golf is it's a lot like horse training. You never quite master it. So, you know, every day is a challenge, and I enjoy that. You know, I haven't played much golf. I had a son that played a lot of baseball and played a couple years college ball, and he ended up having to have shoulder surgery last year, and that was finally over. So, you know, during that time, I spent most of my free time with him, you know, going and watching him play and trying to help him develop those skills and what he loved to do. And, you know, so it's always different. I love just spending time with my wife. We'll go just do stuff and have fun. And, you know, we take several short trips during the year after, you know, our age events. A lot of them are so long. They'll be 3 weeks long, some of them. And, you know, we might take off, just leave for 3 or 4 days and just go relax and kick back and just have some time to ourselves, and, you know, and stuff like that. Just, you know, it just kind of depends. Just kind of anything, you know, like that. I like to be around people I enjoy and people that share the same interest as me. But it's, you know, you just gotta, you know, this what we do is so, you know, it's so intensive and consuming. You know, you just got to get away and let your mind get off of it a little bit every once in a while. So it's kind of, you know, it can be a multitude of things, really. Just where I can.
Well, thanks for sharing that, because we know, I mean, we see you in the cutting pen, we do that, and it's just kind of neat to know. I mean, and you do have to take time to relax and things from that standpoint. So I just know that we're proud to be hooked up with you. Hope that invitation's still open for me to come down and ride a day with you down there sometime.
Anytime, Ernie. All you got to do is call me.
Okay. Well, you are the best, Matt. We appreciate everything you do. Have a great weekend, and thanks for all you do for the industry.
Yes, sir. Thank you.